And what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
That's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk
seriously.
about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin, in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second?
And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagger foul on JC towards the end? It was a flagger foul. You think it's like defending the team, or how do you view just how it opened? I view it as a flagrant foul. That's about the game too. Yeah. Well, I mean that you guys came for basketball. Let's talk about basketball.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin? In particular, we're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship. That's pretty exciting. You all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. What do you think again in the second half? What if we told you Caitlin Clark might actually leave the WNBA after just one season?
Yeah.
Pack it up, shoot one last three, and dip. Between blind referees acting like they're auditioning for a circus and Marina Mewbury throwing fouls like dodgeballs, Caitlin's had enough. Is this the League of Dreams or a reality show gone rogue? Grab your popcorn, because if this rumor is true, the WNBA is about to lose its biggest star faster than a ref misses a foul. WNBA record. This her second season, and you put the numbers together, that's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had won a season. Kayan Clark is when Caitlin Clark get to 10 seasons, she's gonna have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke, 'cause she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at. But at the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work? She's putting in the work. And it's official. Fans are done watching Caitlin Clark play sacrificial lamb for a league that can't decide if it wants to grow or gatekeep. For the second season in a row, she's the lead character in a drama that somehow still expects her to pass the ball, smile for the camera, sell the tickets, take the hits, and thank her haters afterward. Fans aren't just frustrated anymore, they're furious. The Protect Caitlin movement has gone from online memes to a full-on emotional custody battle between the people who love her and a league that keeps treating her like a chew toy. This is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her.
Perfect.
Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl. This girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt and taekwondo at the age of 6. She's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great. And Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10.
No.
Let's start with the obvious. Caitlin Clark is the reason the WNBA even gets talked about at all outside of Tuesday night Twitter arguments and high school gym throwbacks. Ratings up, jersey sales through the roof. Arena tickets sold out in cities that didn't even know they had a team. She's the walking, talking logo, three-point shooting lifeline of this league. And how does the league respond? With shady ref calls, cold shoulders from teammates, and more elbows than a WWE Royal Rumble. Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a complete different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jay Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA. Remember when people said she was being welcomed into the league like every other rookie?
Yeah.
If by welcomed you mean mugged at mid-court while referees whistle Dixie and look the other way like they just dropped their glasses in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Caitlin doesn't need a welcome party. She needs a security detail and a chiropractor. And then there's Marina Mewbury, who decided to deliver a late-game shove like she was trying out for a linebacker position. The foul was so aggressive the NBA probably sent her a contract out of confusion. But of course, Caitlin gets up like nothing happened because at this point, being hit is just part of her pre-game warm-up. Stretch, shoot, dodge a flying elbow, rinse and repeat. What's absolutely bonkers is that every time Caitlyn so much as breathes too hard near a veteran, she's called entitled. When she takes a hard foul, it's part of the game. When she doesn't take it personally, they accuse her of being distant. She could rescue a puppy during halftime and still get criticized for not passing the ball to a teammate instead. Meanwhile, the fan base is out here running digital CPR on the league. Every time someone clocks Caitlyn like it's amateur night at Fight Club, fans hit rewind, break it down frame by frame like it's the Zapruder film, and scream into the void. How is that not a flag rant? Well, I will say this. When Caitlyn Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, basically Caitlyn Clark is paying all their salaries. At the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of dollars, so you should be kissing her ass. And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlyn Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down that she significantly increases viewership with Dude, they try so hard to compare her to Caitlyn Clark. They try so hard. The ref silent, the league louder about dress code than player safety. It's like the entire ecosystem has gone mad. Now fans aren't just asking if Caitlyn Clark should stay. They are begging her to leave. Imagine her signing a shoe deal, hitting the broadcast booth, or just taking her talents to Europe, where basketball is basketball and not a high-stakes game of let's see how much abuse one woman can endure before she snaps overseas. She'd get paid, protected, and probably greeted at the airport with flowers, not flying elbows. Let's face it, the WNBA is running a Caitlyn Clark content farm and feeding her the same slop every week. Unnecessary drama, bad calls, zero support. Fans see it. The media sees it. Even the people who pretend not to like her secretly check the schedule to see when she's playing because love or hate her, she's the whole show. But no one wants to watch the main character get sabotaged every episode. She's brought more to the league in 2 seasons than some franchises have in 2 decades. And yet, she gets treated like a guest at her own party. Even the promos are awkward. Come watch Caitlyn Clark and the others. It's like she's Beyoncé, and the rest of the league is a very confused Destiny's Child. No shade, just facts. The Fever and Sun hold a brawl in a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlyn Clark, without question, gets raped across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell. If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials, if you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this.
You need to do something about this.
You've just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlyn Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA. And let's not forget the constant gaslighting. It's not that bad. She's being dramatic. She needs to earn her stripes. Oh, really? Because last time we checked, she's earned more stripes than a zebra in a barcode factory. She's out here averaging 25 points, 8 assists, and 12 microaggressions per game. Doing it with a smile. What more does she need to do? Levitate? Fans aren't stupid. They see the double standard. They see how the league bends over backwards for some players and casually shoves others under the bus. They see the 4 storylines, the passive-aggressive interviews, and the locker room politics. And they're tired. They're tired of watching Caitlyn fight for space on a team she built. They're tired of watching her get snubbed in all-star voting like it's a middle school popularity contest. They're tired of pretending this is okay. If she leaves after this season, it won't be because she couldn't hack it. It'll be because she's smart enough to know when she's being played. And let's be honest, leaving might be the power move of the century. The league that couldn't stop talking about her would suddenly have to face a very quiet reality. No more packed arenas, no more record-breaking streams, no more casual fans tuning in just to see what she does next. A lot of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlyn Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said, "One player gets injured, and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears." Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league. And it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA. What happens then? They bring back promotional bobbleheads, offer 2-for-1 ticket deals, paint inspirational quotes on the court, and hope people forget. Spoiler alert, they won't. The moment Caitlin Clark walks out, the WNBA becomes a trivia question again. Hey, remember that league that had that superstar for a hot minute? Whatever happened to them? And don't even start with